Indeed. Fireworks early here, though, from Dos Santos, and he plays for Richmond. Trying to find Diallo. Cleared out of there by the aforementioned Kalungi. You know, he can run like the wind. Diallo battles with Kalungi. They'll say that went off Diallo. He didn't like that. TV producer and director, also represents several players. He'll be at halftime along with Brian Wellman. Gilkers Lowry. Amir gets it to Diallo. Diallo knocked to the ground, and this time Diallo will get the call and a warning there.
I think part of the surface, and also I stepped right on the ball, so Delicate went down. But that was good passing by the kickers as they got the ball from the left side to the right side.
Like the invincible one right now. Can't find Diallo. Kalungi able to find the Brazilian Dos Santos, but he'll lose it right back to Gardner. Better stuff now from the team in orange. Diallo marked over there by Kalungi. Kalungi with a good bump on him, and they'll give it right back to Richmond.
That's called shielding the ball. Shielding of the ball, as Diallo was going after him pretty good, and he didn't allow that ball to.
Down the left side, here comes Gilkerson. Kalungi once again. This time, those got to
play on.
Tell you what, fans starting to line up along the edges here. Not a bad crowd here on a Tuesday. Here's Lowry, right to Diallo. Knocked to the ground. He will not get that call. Cutler will drop it back to Kalungi. Carrieri makes the early run. They go long to Delicate. He played for the Red Bulls last year. Cobway. Nice trap back to Gardner. Gardner hoping to find Cobway again, and he's showing why he's in there. That athleticism, never say die attitude almost won that one.
He almost got there. He got a lot of contact and stayed on his feet. Thought he was going to get there, but the ball just went over the.
Back, try to hit it with his right. He's still on. Slides it back over. Oh, and Diallo thinking about a bike. And knocked out of there the last minute by Kalungi. One back by Lau.
Bring him out a little bit further and let his players get in.
A little ambitious from Gardner. He'll lose it, then come charging forward. They'll call that foul on Gardner. We're tied at 1.
See what happens here. See if they'll play it long. I guess they're going to. A lot of teams will just put this one in play with a short one.
Good flick by Delicate. Good ball to Gardner. Gardner's got some space down near the end line, looking for an orange jersey. Driven in. Not his best service. Will take off and get on his horse. He wants it back. That service for Diallo not quite there. As
dangerous ball so far.
Another turnover here from the Carolina Railhawks. Charlie Slagle, that's about 3 turnovers in the last 45 seconds for Carolina.
And all in the midfield, so we don't want to do that in the middle third of the field.
Now Yambi to Kalungi. Diallo. This time doesn't fall down, able to keep possession. Now he wants some help. Back to Gardner. Watson. This will be Gorez. Watch this left foot, folks. This one loops in. Wow, and it swerved back around, even around Schulte.
I think both these teams will be happy that there's a halftime interval.
And that'll be coming in about 4 minutes, 42nd minute. Carrieri with McKinney. McKinney will win that one. I thought he maybe was offside, but the linesman never once thought about putting that flag up. Didn't matter. Ronnie Pascal.
Well as Palladini hit it, but it was a good play by Palladini, and it looks like it's going to be a goal kick.
I don't want to bounce right back off of Gardner. On the wing along with Joseph Cobway. In the middle, it's Watson, Palladini, and Lowry across the back line left. That's your Railhawks lineup that started, and that's your Railhawks lineup that's in there now. All right, so interesting. Bulow's going out.
Left footer by Gardner, just a little bit wide, but worth a shot every so often.
Diallo waving over to Martin Rennie after that goal. And more of the play. Palladini, look at this. Palladini plays it into space. Now he's looking for anybody. Gardner's far post. Does he see him? No, he'll go instead to Diallo. Diallo waited too long and cleared out of there. In the middle with Bercoloni, and Bercoloni gets it back now. This one played back to Kalungi. Now Cutler.
One score in favor of the orange team.
Diallo knew the contact was coming, was ready for it, and finally will get a call as Kalungi knocks him down.
Kalungi did not like the call, but it was the right call. And also when you're a head taller than the guy you're knocking down, it looks like it was even more violent.
I'll tell you what, when Lee Collishaw and Jesse Myers say they're big and nasty in the back, he is right. Those two are giants back there. Talking about number 25, Henry Kalungi, and number 2, William Yambi. They look like twin towers in the back.
They are. And are we sure it's William Yambi or Yambi William? He has William on the back of his jersey. So I'm not exactly sure which is. The Railhawks have been much tighter in the with the back four here in the second half, at least the early stages of it. Ball by Palladini, and Lowry almost got there. That was one in that no man's land where the the goalkeeper can't come out and get it. And
now in the middle of the field, Gores. That was Vercoloni. Kalungi, good ball, looking for Carrieri, but Schulte. 2-1, Carolina trying to move on in the Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup. We're in the 62nd minute. Dean Linke and Charlie Schlegel with you here on USLLive.com and also USSoccer.com. Kalungi trying to find Delicott. It's still alive. Ball drop away.
Schulte, the only player for the Railhawks that played in every game so far this year. He's played in all 11. Martin Rennie, who likes to use a lot of players.
That's impressive. Including one of your coaches, Caleb Norkus, has gotten time in quite a few games.
Yes, he has. Local prospect.
Strong, good for him. Chris Carrieri played at UNC for 3 years, top pick in Major League Soccer, San Jose, then Colorado, and after hanging up the boots is back out there again. Pretty good. .com. Cobway wins this one. Bundu's going to make a run. He's got to stay on side, and he does, but Kalungi stepped in there just at the right time to win it back for the Kickers. Ball boy's well trained, in no hurry to get a ball back into play.
Ronnie Pascal, the goalkeeper for Richmond, going to help out the ball person.
The wind could play a little role now. As you see, we're covered up here. Pressure coming, and he played it back to himself. Good job by Ronnie Pascal, and he'll try to restart it out of the back to Kalungi. Kalungi with Gardner closing. Stolen, no problem, by Jeremy Tollison. Now Watson. Watson, pretty strong, but knocked off the ball, and they'll call the foul, give it back to Matt Watson. Good work by number 8.
Yeah, he needed to take him on there. He had him in a pretty good angle and give it a shot. And once again, late in the game, it's not bad to get a goal kick out of that, as opposed to you don't want to come up short.
Gardner's got Watson making that run. Does he see him? He does, but Kalungi's there. And now here's Gardner in with Kalungi. Played up to Burke. Burke does a good job here as we are at 9 o'clock flat on your East Coast timeline. I want to again thank all the Richmond Kickers fans for joining us here on USLLive.com.